Hello students, we are now in module 0. So you have completed your orientation and written the small program which is checkMultiple 7. That's in the orientation here. So there is only one assignment, orientation assignment that's given to you with the template, and you have finished that, and now you are in module 0, which comes after orientation. What you will be doing in this module 0 is an extension of the program that you submitted in the orientation. So there is only one assignment here, and that's called the module 0 lab. The template for working on this assignment is given here. And in this video, I will walk through how to use the template. It will already be quite familiar to you because you have done this already in the orientation assignment. Now let's go into the lab itself. What does it say? What this says here is you need to take, so this is an extension of the orientation assignment. You will need to have a working version of the program that you used in the orientation assignment. What you will be doing is you will be taking that assignment that was written in one file and breaking it apart using exactly the same code. No new code needs to be written, but you will be dividing it into 3 separate files. And this assignment is about doing that, and this video will show you how to do it. So you had just one program called checkMultiple 7 main, and now you will divide that program into checkMultiple header and checkMultiple functions. Now, how to do that? It's done very simply by taking that function, pulling all the function headers and putting them into the header file, putting all the function definitions here, and leaving the main program as it is. Now, I would like to go over the template, which will contains the separation. So you already have a template in which things are already divided for you. And what you will need to do is take the code and the functions that you used, some of the functions, not all of the functions, only the functions that are indicated here, and put them into this template, and then your task will be complete. So as you can see, the checkMultiple main here does not contain the entire program. It just contains the main function and a single call to run number check. This is very important. Writing our code in this way is very important because we are going to stay with exactly the same format throughout the semester, i.e. have one main program that usually has just one single method called like an app button that the user will press to run the app. And this function is going to pull all the other tasks or all the functions into action. So this is all you will see. Now, as you can see, the documentation, the banner containing your name, the date, the description, all of that needs to be there, as well as single line comments which explain what the function is doing. So this is going to be our expectation with regard to documentation and programming style. Now, you will note here that I have done include checkMultiple header H. This was not there in your orientation assignment. So the question is, what does it do? As you can see, the main program, the main method calls a method called run number check, but that's not in this file. So include checkMultiple header tells C++ where to find the function called run number check. And as you can see here, in the header file, all of the functions that are used in our program, the headers, i.e. just the function header which contains the name of the function, the parameter list, and the return type, is going to be saved or stored in this file. And this is the file that gets included in both the main file and in the function file, right? Please do not include any, as you can see here, this is not a CPP file or a checkMultiple functions file, but it's a checkMultiple header.h. So now all the functions are here, And all of this is given in the templates so that you will be able to examine this and understand how this process of top-down design and software engineering design actually works, so that you can stay with this through the rest of the semester as a required programming methodology and programming practice. So now let's go into, so these are the functions that we are going to use. But as you can see, these functions are not defined. Where do we define them? We define them in the implementation file, which is the checkMultiple functions.cpp. It's a good practice to put the banner on all three of your files, and I would encourage you to do that. As you can see, I have to include checkMultiple header.h here. Why do I need to do this? This is just a functions file. The reason why we need to include checkMultiple header here is because sometimes we may be using a function here that has not been defined before. Remember, some languages like Java don't care in which order you use the functions, but C++ always tries to have a sequential order. And so it's when you reach input number, it's going to say, I don't see an input number defined here. So therefore, you need to include the header file so that there is a promise that this function is going to be defined. If you don't find it, it's going to be defined somewhere, maybe at the bottom. So hang on to your horses and you will see it. So that's what the include is doing here. Now, when you see, so here is the main method, checkMultiple7. Here, these are the comments. You do not need to rewrite this function. You can copy paste from the orientation assignment. So you'll need to just fill this, fill the input number, right? But I have described in comments what these functions are actually doing so that you will be very clear about what the code needs to do when you copy paste from your orientation assignment to this. So this is basically all you need to do. What you need to do is go to the template. So if we go here, go to the template, go to the page that says your lab template is here. Use the template to fill in some of those functions that were indicated in comments. You can copy paste the code from your orientation assignment, which is the same program, but that program was in one file, and now you're separating it into 3 files because that's what we're going to be staying with. And here is the description, and this video that you're watching is actually going to be here so that you can access this video to review what you need to do. So these are some of the things you need to do in your module 0. And so basically 1 lab and then participating in the debugging discussion, i.e. if you have any questions or run into technical difficulties or would like to share some of your insights about how to do this, then this is the perfect platform for you to share this with your peers.